What can you tell us on Antti now that he's out there, and you've obviously sent Merrick back to Tucson?
Yeah, he's cleared, and he's starting to feel better. He finally had a good practice, with him because he hasn't really had practice with the team yet. So we'll get another one tomorrow, and then we'll see for Thursday.
Okay, so you'll make the evaluation then.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes, still day to day.
And just sorry to keep asking you, but
yeah.
with Nick, what's his situation?
Yeah, no change. Situation where, he's he's in a situation where we're just gotta get him healthy, and I don't really have a time frame for him. To be honest with you, I really don't.
The transaction yesterday, bringing Kyle Capobianco up from Tucson. Can you explain to us why that was made, Rick?
Yeah, he's playing really well down there. I was talking to Rhino and Sully and John about it, and he's playing really well. And we all decided, hey, let's get him up here. Whether he plays or not, I'm not sure. We'll see if we get him a game. But I think it's important those guys to come up and travel with us, practice, see the pace to what it takes to be in the NHL. And he's probably a guy that deserves a look. So that's kind of what we're doing.
What do you guys like about his game most?
Moves the puck. He's a puck-moving defenseman. He can join the rush. He thinks the game really well. All the attributes of a good defenseman, and nowadays, to play in today's NHL, those type of attributes are important. Being that fourth guy in the rush, being able to make that one pass to beat a forecheck, things like that. He's only going to get better at it.
One thing we've kind of talked about a lot is the schedule not allowing for a ton of practice time. You guys got a couple days here where you can kind of, maybe take a breath, get some practice time. And how important is that for you guys?
Well, it's huge. It's not like we skated hard at the end, but myself and Mac were on the ice with 4 or 5 guys just going over scenarios. They're huge. The video's great, and the obviously the game's the best, but you got to have reps in practice. I think young guys need reps more than as much as they need, physical reps, they need mental reps, and I think that's something that we've been at a disadvantage. This is our schedule, and hopefully the next couple of months, or at least January, we'll have a little bit of time to get some practice time and get some reps for these guys.
Do you think about that, by the way, the end of this road trip is sort of a milepost? That's sort of the end of the crazy travel for you guys. You've been pointing toward that date, maybe?
Yeah, we've had our share of travel, so I think a lot of guys are tired of. But I got to tell you, the one thing that, like I keep saying, for these guys is that they've brought the energy the next day. Like, we had a really good practice day. I thought it was one of our better practices. And when this team practices, you can just go through our record. When we have good practices, or when we do practice, we usually play well the next game. So it's something to think about for next year.